Ready? There we go, and we're live!
Hey guys!
Hi!
Hello! SnowCon 20! You are here with some of the members of Bandursnatch Studios and our wonderful Victor Lockhart.
Hey.
As we try and get over the little kind of pre-con blues, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, it's weird.
We have RaiCon this weekend. It is being rescheduled, and we are 100% saying we agree that it wasn't on this weekend because it is not safe for anyone to travel, and the idea of anyone to get anywhere is kind of scary. So we're glad it's not on, but we're also sad.
Yeah, glad and sad.
There's tons of folk in the chat already. Hey guys, I am sorting this out, but if one of you that love the sequel want to chat to people,
I was going to say, I've got my contacts in so I can read.
You're doing well with those teeth, actually. Speaking of the teeth.
Not too bad.
They're pretty good.
Hello to Grace Casper, Chief Hunter, and Leona. Hello.
Hi.
They said, Victor, you look so cute, and everyone else. We try.
Oh, bless. Thank you. Cute is what I aim for.
But yeah, we are obviously cosplaying because it's SnowCon, obviously, so we figured cosplay was a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a con, so we all had to cosplay. So
I mean, it's literally snowing outside. The window's right there, and I'm looking out, and it's still snowing. Like, it has not ceased. It just keeps going.
I don't think it's snowing around us right now. But we have closed the blind because we do have a walkway right on level with this window. Anyone who usually watches the stream will know. And a lot of people have been walking their small dogs outside the window. Not to creep anyone out.
Yeah.
See, I'm like the
smile,
sole English band that was going to come up to RaiCon, and I was like, there is no way I can get up there. However, my town is fully snow-free, so I'm a little bit salty.
Yeah.
Just a
I can imagine. Adrian's in the chat saying the snow is up to my waist here. Oh dear.
What? How? Oh my god. That is quite incredible.
Yeah, Kieran's saying, hey, and Leona is saying, is that Sebastian? And oh, should we all be in cosplay?
Yes.
You
should have been in cosplay.
Also, if you do go and get in cosplay, take a picture and send it to us. And we'll be like, hi.
Please, we want to see your cosplay. SnowCon.
We have, obviously, we should probably say who everyone is. Everyone in the chat see what they are cosplaying as.
Yes.
We have Howard and myself have reignited our love for Orion with Sarah, which possibly brought the snow, and if so, we're really sorry, I've dusted off Sarah in a quick panic, restyling the wig just started. And also Karen, whose wig has seen better days because it's been in a bag for about a year. So I'm quite happy that the stream's kind of cutting off the top of it. I look a little bit like Sonic right now.
Looks good. That's a good look.
It's okay. It's the benefit of being on stream in cosplay is that you don't necessarily have to put the full cosplay on, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a kilt, waist down. You'll never know.
Who is everyone else playing as today? I'll let you all do your own intros.
Well, I'm Sebastian, but that's quite obvious because I think most people know who Sebastian is. But Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler, who's like the one cosplay I've been doing for the longest time. And yeah, he's a piece of trash, but he's fun, and I enjoy being him. So.
I feel the same. Rin was one of my. I'm Rin Matsuoka from Free, and Rin was one of my first proper cosplays. Every time I have like an anime con, he gets out the bag. So I do love him.
See, whereas I'm not an anime child, so I just go for Gothel Bellatrix from Harry Potter because that's more my style. So hey, but,
I know you had the odd one out today.
I was going to say, but I fit in with Sebastian so well, so it's fine.
That is true. That is true.
Oh no, shit.
No. Hey, me cosplays. Grace Hatter is saying, "See, I'm simply one hell of a butler. You're one hell of a cosplayer." I feel like that's going to be a running pun.
That, bless. Yes, that is the best one. I've heard that one before, but it's still on point.
Right. And also White Glove Squad.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
I picked the White Glove because you just said you could have pretended this was your hand.
Magician.
Yeah, so the idea is today that we have popped on a little live stream because we had already written off today as being con time. So we're going to sort of brush and do a quick kind of version of the panels that we've been running today and kind of just do sort of general hangout chat. So we will be taking questions from staff. If you have questions during panels, put them in there. We will get around to covering them. And we're just going to have a good time at SnowCon 2018. The pre-con for RaiCon 2018.
Yeah.
And I try and get my tissues.
Oh no, Daydream saying they want Bellatrix and Sebastian to have a fight. I'm like, oh no.
Who would win, though? Who would win? Let's be real.
I don't know.
Also, I'm not sure if you're aware of how this live stream thing works. But if she can't get up here for the con, she can't get up here for a fight. Also, yeah, if any of you do want to send us pictures of you in cosplay, it doesn't need to be something that you've taken today. It can just be like a picture of you in cosplay that you like. Pop those along to the Facebook page. We'll try and work out how to get them up on the screen so we can do a little showcase at some point. But no promises, because we'll all look at them and tell you you look great.
I'd have to move all the cameras around, and we all know how long it takes me to set up cameras. If I'd known, I would have made a little space. However, if you put them on the Facebook page, you can probably get a link into chat, and then people can go look at it themselves.
There we go.
There you go.
Wow.
Hey.
She, the hunter, is saying, "I'm tempted to cosplay someone from Harry Potter. Don't just be tempted, do it."
Do it.
Saying,
Today is the day.
Seize the day. I would get in my cosplay, but I'm working on Power Ranger helmets for a student talk cake. That's pretty cool.
Wow. That's very cool.
Grace Hunter is saying, "Why are you all so cute? It's killing you." That's her evil plan, dude.
Stop it.
So the first panel of SnowCon 2018.
It's like BanduRCon all over again, but with special guest Victor and special guest
weird and fun.
Not best at all.
Is, I believe, Cosplay Stories, which is always a good one to get going on. Cosplay Stories is, and this is one where it's really good. You guys can submit your stories in the chat. Cosplay Stories is a fun, positive little bit of a panel where we like to share the fun and positive things that happen in cosplay. So this is not a cosplay horror stories or convention horror stories kind of thing. This is very much good people that I met through cosplay, or things that I learned through cosplay, or this funny thing happened and it was embarrassing at the time, but it didn't scar me for life. And I feel like that's really important because we've done a lot of really, really silly stuff. Just in our life in general. We would also probably have done them through cosplay. And this is where we get to share those, and hopefully where you guys can post them up, and we'll read some out and share them further with everyone else. Yeah, fun. So I will take last comment from chat, and then we'll get stuck. That's one thing we think. Don't watch my Butler, so sometimes I know Emo Child has a Butler. Butler is watch Batman or you're not wrong. Victorian England. I feel like you forgot Victorian England, but apart from that,
Pretty much.
And Grace Hacker is saying, "Can I have a hug from all of you through the street?"
Sure, but I don't know how I'm going to be close enough. There.
You go.
And with that, we will be starting our first panel of SnowCon 2018 with cosplay. But here's a funny story. Like this one time we were doing a live stream and someone asked for a hug through the screen. And we were all constantly waving our arms. And it was wholesome content of the highest degree. And that is like, and
well,
cheered everyone up, did it not? It was 10 out of 10. Would hug the screen again.
I've just realised like the problem with
They
this.
feel loved.
There's a problem here. I have too much wig.
Oh my god. No, you don't. It's the right amount. It's beautiful. Perfect.
Cosplay stories. I have a story that I like to tell because it's funny. Because I'm an idiot. We were at, I think it was one of the Kitacons. It was a couple of years ago now. We'd brought, myself, Sarah and Debbie had brought the X-Men, that's the one. The X-Men Evolutions versions for the first time. So it was a good few years ago. And Mystique I basically got a morph suit and did up the morph suit and put like loads of bits and pieces on, put a corset over the top, put all the things on. I need a bathroom buddy to help me out with that cosplay. It's great because there's a zip all the way up the back. But obviously the morph suit and everything, that's fine, you know. But then we were hungry and we went to Tesco. So we went to Tesco right next door to the con, really easy to get to. I had my big boots on, I was clumping around, getting my food, getting my lunch, and I got to the tills and I was like, oh yeah, I'll just take my gloves off. And then I'm pressing on the tills because I don't like human contact unless I have to. And I'm going, why is this not working? I've got a bodysuit on. Of course it's not going to work. And instead of helping me, my lovely friends just stood there and laughed at me until some kind stranger came up and pressed the button for me so I could pay.
Oh my gosh.
Because we are lovely humans to each other like that. And then the next day, we were there obviously in different cosplays the next day. And we were chatting to a couple of people that we met the day before, and you know, they were like, oh, did you hear about this person that was like stuck in Tesco and they were trying to press the tills and they went, and I was like, that was me.
Like, yes.
So it was a story that was going around the whole con. And it was me.
Oh my
A
god.
little mystic cosplayer that couldn't.
But it was honestly, it was just like, it's just one of those things now where I'm just like, well, can't get as bad as that, can it?
Oh my gosh. Mystique seems like one of those cosplays that I'm sure a lot of things go wrong. If you're wearing, I think a full bodysuit tends to just be problematic in general.
You know, like I said, I need to, you know, I have to have a bathroom buddy when I go to the bathroom. So I've got a corset on, I've got like layers on, I'm usually pinned into it as well because I didn't make it very well. So it's just like, oh, okay. Well, I need to go to the bathroom now.
Isn't cosplay great, eh? Cosplay's just great.
So good.
Cosplay's the best.
I love cosplay.
I love cosplay.
Does anybody else have some stories?
A few people are sending like general questions in through the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to answer all of them just now, but I'm saving them, and once we finish doing this panel, then we'll cover those. But I can give you a quick answer, Luna, of yes, that is more than okay. send those along. Adrian, we've got a cosplay story. I once met a girl in Yuri cosplay in my town, and I freaked out because I really wanted to take a picture, but anxiety. So my friend literally shoved me into them, and I was shaking so much, side and side. I was like, "Can I take a picture, please?" And then you took a picture, and you became wonderful friends. Yeah.
Oh, that is how friendships are made.
Because we all met through cosplay. Yeah. Which I suppose is the most wholesome cosplay story of all.
Yes.
Alison and I
actually
met.
When
Oh,
sorry.
You're talking over our cute origin story.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You go first, my man.
I've not heard this.
No. Honestly, I want to hear the origin story. So I'll go after.
I've not heard it.
It's not good. It's not good. I will preface it with that. It's not cool at all. I cosplayed for the first time MCM Glasgow in 2013. It would have been just because I found out that there was Comic-Con in the UK. So I took like a Halloween costume along. I went as like a Weeping Angel, which was a weirdly ambitious Halloween costume, but like ratty cosplay. Went along, had a great time. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be a cosplayer now. So I looked up the university cosplay pop society thing, and lo and behold, there was. Because I ran. So we met through, I can't remember, basically how we used to run the society is we would run a different tutorial or like mini panel every week, and then afterwards it was just like a hang session and like some stuff, etc. And I have no idea what that day was that we came along to. I do. It was the crossplay panel. Oh, and I had no idea what crossplay was. That was actually how I wasn't aware that this existed at the time. Despite a stellar first impression. And it all only went up from there. From me posing on how to stand to show you're manly. I'm choosing the one, we then made friends with the guy afterwards. The one cisgender guy who was in the audience. I was like, "Oh, you, Victor, come up, show us how you stand." And his girlfriend laughs, shouts back, "Wrong choice of example." And that's how we became friends with Chloe.
Oh, wow.
It was.
That is precious.
That is so cute.
It's set this for years.
Oh gosh. Yeah, all I was going to say was that me and Luke met at MCM when I was Dorian and you were Nagisa.
I was so cool.
Yeah. And I remember I think I'd been watching Bandursnatch for a while, but
really?
I sort of I didn't know any of you guys in person, and I think I actually bumped into Alison first, and I think Alison was wearing this absolutely gorgeous
Bruce Hawk wearing.
Well, no, it was a dress. It was a dress. It was I'm trying to remember what it looked like, but I think it had I don't know if it had moons on it or if it was it was kind of like a Lolita kind of almost.
Yeah.
I was like, a dress? Alison, a dress? I was like, I can pretty much.
I know.
One hand the number of times I've seen you in a dress at a con. I was like, yeah. Yeah.
But I think because I obviously knew who Alison was through Bandursnatch, so I probably came off way more friendly. I was like, oh my god, you look amazing, and like talking about that. And I think Alison was just like, who the hell are you? And I remember like just standing there being like really embarrassed because I sort of, you know, when you think you know people, but like they have no idea who you are. So I was just like, oh, it's you know, from Bandursnatch. And Alison was just like, it was really funny. It was great.
I was probably in my head just going, oh no, this person knows me and I have no idea who they are. I've completely forgotten who this person is. I don't recognise them in this cosplay.
Actually, wait, lie. That wasn't the first time I saw you guys. It was at, funnily enough, RaiCon, when Luke was Policeman Rin from Free.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I was at that RaiCon. Jeez.
You like have to apologise that you saw that cosplay.
No, we took a selfie. I was Levi.
Oh my god, that's even worse. I'm so sorry.
I remember because I
Do you not
only saw you
remember?
guys in passing because I was Alba, but on that particular RaiCon, I had a shift that morning, went to the con, still in my work clothes, put on my Alba wig, went to the con, then came back from the con, and then did another work shift. So I was mental.
Oh my god.
You just see blue running past.
But yes, so I remember. I think I stopped Luke in his Rin cosplay, and I was like, "Can I take a quick selfie?" And at that time, I didn't know who Bandursnatch was, but you handed me your card, and that's how I found your channel.
Like that.
You were literally like, there was no hello. It was just like, take our card.
I'm the most embarrassing thing in the entire universe.
Yeah, but I'm just as bad, so you know.
Mel, did you say you were at that RaiCon?
Yeah. I think
We were all
We
at that
actually
RaiCon.
have met.
Yeah. In
I
passing,
only saw
apparently.
Policeman Rin. That's all I saw. And I did not realise it was Luke either.
Were we Alphys and
That was the first RaiCon, I believe.
were we Alphys and
Yeah, it
Undyne?
Yeah, I think we were.
Alphys times.
Yeah. Oh gosh, memories.
Wow.
This is funny because a lot of our we all met each other before we met each other. Because I don't know if I know some of you in the chat are like Bandursnatch will do been to our live stream before their other content. I know some of you are probably like, what the hell? And because you come through from seeing things on the RaiCon page, or you're one of the lovely people who are watching us from Arcade in Glasgow. Hi guys, if you're watching from Arcade in Glasgow. And as a group, there's about like 6 of us. And we all actually met at Mel and my first alcohol many years ago. Are you? Because you're a more recent addition to cosplay in general. So Mel, myself, and Sarah met, but didn't know it until like last year at our first alcohol, and we were in 2013, where we'd all like had pictures. Back when I still tried to make those, I filmed the cosplay showcase. There's Mel, Debbie, and Sarah in it. I don't even know if that's still up on the channel.
No,
It is.
I don't think it is.
I might pop it back up for a couple of days. You guys can like go find it. Like the baby Bandur. But yeah, we didn't realise until we were like going through old photos and be like, oh man, we should have a. I think it was it Zero Player? Like, hey, I had pictures with you before I knew you. Were you in this? Which is always really funny. Oh, I do remember seeing you play.
You guys are cutting out a lot.
I think with the yes stuff. Oh, yeah. I have finally clicked with who you are. That's been a very long time. I'm sorry, friend. Yeah, so the people that were at Play Expo in Manchester many, many moons ago, which is myself, like Alice Bojan cosplay, because when she takes off the jacket, she's like, look, Aaron, like gaming YouTuber, it's weird and disconcerting. And Mel, what were you wearing? Were you in Bellatrix? Or no, she would have been.
I think I was half blue. I think I was half Mystique.
I'm pretty sure you were Alice. Maybe like one of the days of
I honestly, the Manchester ones, to be honest, for me, tend to blur together because I've done so many blur Manchester ones.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a really bad con to get back from. We got stranded because it was like I think there was 2 big football games and a rugby match on at the same time. We basically got stranded at the middle of, not even the middle of Manchester, because if it was the middle of Manchester, we could at least have got a train back. Like out at the
It's out at Event City, so it's out near Trafford Centre, so it's a good, 5-10 miles out of Manchester.
We ended up getting a little bag in the back of somebody's van. We did know them. We didn't just climb into a stranger's van.
Right.
It's it was the costume and play guys who we've worked with for so. That's how long we've worked with the costume and play guys.
We're just like, get in my van. We're just like, getting you kids out here. Right, I'm trying to think of other right that are like in cosplay, because the one that always springs to mind is Belle's I don't have a basket.
Yes!
Hey you!
Oh my
hate
gosh.
you so much!
And
I remember this.
so
It is the best story.
last year for getting in the Bandur, we have good scenes. Says that one daydream. So last year at SunnyCon, it kind of met up with Father's Day, and it is a joke in that I'm con dad and Bella's con mum. And they had decided to plan a surprise. Now, we do this for our friends a lot in the group, but what we usually do is usually it's for Mel, or Mel has isn't organising it, basically. So Mel was trying to sort out this surprise thing. I think all brought little bits and pieces to had to have a big camper style thing. So you were away doing something, and I was sitting on the floor of the hotel room or something, and Mel was sorting out her case, and she was going through it, and I was like, "Oh, Mel, why'd you have a basket?" Just because I looked over it, there was this wicker basket in the middle of her case, and there was nothing we were cosplaying that required a wicker basket. So I was like, "What on? Is she just storing stuff in it?" Inquiring minds want to know. Mel, as opposed to going, "Oh, I just left it in my case." Whoa. No, Mel picks up the basket, launches it into her case, stares me dead in the eyes, goes, "I don't have a basket." To which I'm like, okay. Don't have a basket. No.
Right.
King away now. Fast forward 2 days. I'm I've kind of forgotten about this now, so let's just block that out. That was we're all kind of sitting in our friends' we've got 2 family rooms, and we were in the room that was not ours. And I've been getting ready for I Mel bag back to my room. Alison, with pointed spear, goes and leaves the room. Okay. By this point, I'm like, something's going on. Bastard. Also not close. So like, something is happening. And then when Mel proceeds to come back with the bag that she was taking back to the hotel room, sits down and casually slides it under the I'm like,
Oh gosh.
Not subtle. It's fine.
Mel, never be a spy. That's my only advice.
And then they were like, Happy Father's Day, look, and I was like, oh damn it, Mel. It was really cute, but at the same time, the thing that I remember most from it is, I don't want to have a basket! Like, so aggressively. So aggressively. It was like, I dare you to, like, tell me once more that I have a basket. There is no basket. I didn't even know if I would throw a basket if I would.
So now, of course, it's a running joke. You know.
Yeah, Mel doesn't have X.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing that one.
So much.
I love you
so much.
We then proceeded to tell that particular story in
and the next day I
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't hear all the audio on that, you can go find that particular story on Cosplay Stories for SunnyCon. Just because we do realise that the audio is cutting out. So
everyone's got different
it's
internet.
It's hating me a little bit, so it's just being a bit strange. But it's fine. Like it's okay. It's trying its best. It's SnowCon.
I remember a story from the RaiCon where the first ever RaiCon actually, where I met you guys for the first time. But I mean, part of it is a horror story, so I'll leave that part out. But I'm gonna tell you the funny part, which I have talked about previously. But it is probably one of the most memorable experiences of a con I have ever had. So it was first ever RaiCon. I was Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan, which is not a cosplay I have done apart from like that one time. And probably the reason for that is because of the harness. And anyone that cosplays from Attack on Titan knows about the harness. And I had to look up a tutorial on YouTube. I'm having to go step by step about like which bits to put on first, how to put your legs on and do all the buckles up. It's a mess, right? It takes forever to get into that harness, okay?
You need a friend.
You do, and I have no friends apart from you guys who are far away. But yes, anyway, and the thing they don't tell you about these harnesses is that you cannot go to the bathroom, even if you want to. Like, no,
we have worked out a method for this, which we will come back to at the end.
Right?
To save
Great,
life.
because I want to know. But anyway, thank you, Foresight. But yes, basically, at RaiCon, there wasn't really anything to eat, and I have a lot of allergies, so I can't really just eat like snacks that are generally for sale. So I have to walk out of RaiCon with a few of my friends, and we go to find somewhere where I can actually get like cooked food or chips or something. So we go get chips. Everything's fine. It's all very chill. People are giving us funny looks because we're not in the convention building anymore, and I'm wearing this weird harness, and people are probably thinking very strange things. So I'm walking into the shopping center with my other friends, with the chips and everything, and we're done. And then I'm like, really need to go to the bathroom. Like, really need to go. And it's been all day in this harness, and I've been holding off for as long as I can. So I leave my bags with everyone, and I go into the bathroom, which, first of all, going into the men's bathroom wearing a full face of makeup and a harness is not something I would recommend. So walked in there and basically got into a cubicle because it's like, I mean, the harness is literally the most impossible thing in the world, and I'm trying to unbutton it, and I'm like, right, if it takes long, it takes long. Unbuttoning it. Well, unstrapping it, more like. And then the fire alarm goes off.
No! No!
But it's not a horror story because it's hilarious, because I'm running out of there holding the harness, like running out of the building.
I'm
half
ruining
undone.
my makeup. Oh man.
And I'm honestly laughing more than I'm crying, because it's just that image of me running out of the men's bathroom holding up this harness out of the building. It was glorious.
You realise that whenever I now go to the bathroom,
really
if I'm in a difficult cosplay, I'm going to think of that and go,
Could be worse.
could be worse.
Could be worse.
I could have been Victor at that point. Be thankful.
Okay, how to properly get on and off your Attack on Titan harness. Right, we have found one of ours here. The trick is to sacrifice a pair of jeans to the cosplay and never take the jeans out of the harness. And then basically what you do is there's like a set of dungarees. Then there are 2 buckles that you need to undo to use the bathroom. The one at your waist to get your trousers open, and the one that goes across your chin. Wriggle your arms out of it. This bit hangs down, then pull your trousers down.
Genius.
Two people who
Where were you guys? Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll always remember that now.
100% recommend that because you can, like, we've gone to, I think the first time we probably wore Attack on Titan out was, we were like a cosplay club night, which naturally you're going to, if you're of age, obviously, be partaking in the liquid, which therefore means that you need to go to the bathroom. That's how biology works. And low-key terrified, but it was okay because we had pop. Probably the quickest and easiest costume I actually have, you know, is my Attack on Titan, because I got it down to a fine art.
Genius. Gosh, yeah.
Have any cosplay stories for us?
There, but
Or had fun in cosplay?
I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Where was
If not, then I have one.
You have one. I'll keep thinking.
This is, we had done, back when Undertale was still a super big thing, we had done a panel down in Liverpool, an in-character panel. That's kind of our shtick. Oh my god, the rules of...
Oh yes!
Never
mind, we're telling this story.
I am bringing... Sorry, okay, this is a superior cosplay story. Thank you, Kieran, for reminding us. Through Undertale. Robes of Province are made, plus 10 madness. So last year at Alcon, we had gone and done a big Dragon Age. Taking pictures of Dragon Age cosplay. And like the, if you've ever been to Alcon, the gardens, that with lots of flowers. Harrison Kelly found an abandoned, like, it was bad.
It
Beyond. And that became the winter robes of plus 10 magic. She bottom of our staff and proceeded to chase all of our Dorian cosplayers around the park with it. Now, I have never been terrified in my life. It was so fun. The thing is, Dorian cosplays, they don't tend to be the easiest thing to move in. Just me and our friend Dimitri, as Dorian, or 2 different versions of Dorian, just kind of waddling away.
like crabs stepping across the grounds, just like, help!
There was one point where we were, a bunch of us were needing to leave, and we wanted to say, like, bye and get, like, a group talk where folk had to go and do, like, their next thing. And they were doing basically an all Dorians photo shoot, which
The best time.
going to be the longest, most self-obsessed photo shoot that there will ever be.
The amount of ego in one place, unreal.
Yeah.
It was just too much.
Like 10 minutes. And Kelly was like, I'm getting these guys out of there. Gets up the thing on the top of her staff and heads into the woods after them. And we were just sitting there like, or like standing waiting being like, what is she going to do? And all we could hear, all of a sudden, was this, what I can only describe as a pink Dementor. Because we couldn't see them over the trees, but just this horrible like pink bathrobe on this giant pole over the tops of the trees and screaming. And the lines that will always stick in my head are, it's gonna get you! It's gonna get you! And it's like, she chases them through the bracken and back out down the path and just this white, horrible, ratty pink bathrobe on a stick, like flopping about over the top of the trees. I have never laughed so hard.
It was so funny. And then, like, literally all you could see from the bottom was just the top of the bathrobe, just kind of going up and going back down. And that's all you could see, because it was so tall, because she had such a long staff. It was just like...
I'd basically gone behind Kelly with a camera and proceeded to film this. And there's one particular moment where Kelly holds the bathrobe over Alison's head.
I'm fighting it off with my own.
Your staff. And it was, I was like, I pray to God that this camera is in focus and that I am catching this because this is hilarious. And poor Dimitri's running away and Kieran goes by past me as one of the Inquisitors just like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out. I was like, oh.
Last year was
so
Alphonse Vlogs. If you want to see that in its entirety, I think it's Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the best thing.
It was more kind of, I just kind of handed Blair the camera and went, run, go do the thing.
Oh,
it
was the best.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to see that in like real time, it was so funny. So funny. I will finish up then with my story about Liverpool and Gaming Con. It was wholesome. So a good wholesome thing to cover up for how emotionally scarred all our friends cosplay Korean that year. So we were at this con and we made a little short Mel Alphys and what was so good about it is there were so many kids and they were all super like hyped to be around to the point where I brought like stuff that like that was a weird thing, like I brought like a giveaway item Nectons, NC branded, like, works and jazzercise here. It was like, it was literally, it wasn't high quality American. But these kids, boy, how were they high this. It looked like it was about to turn into Battle Royale over this sweatband band. There was these two little girls that I had to preface 3 times. If everyone can remain seated, we have a small giveaway. These two were like up at the front, but they were so into it, and it was literally one of the most adorable things.
They were asking so many questions as well, so many relevant questions. I was just like, this is cool.
One of the most fun animals you ever got to do, and I think it was because, like, the kids were so into it. Usually, most of our panels are at, like, older cons. So you don't really get, like, the good, pure content. But they were bringing good, pure content until they tried to kill each other for a sweatband. But spare ones, I was like, here, you both win. Please don't, like, shank me. Says the sort of 5'10" guy in go-go boots at that point. But yeah, that was an experience. But it was also super cute, and they all like stayed for pictures and were like asking questions afterwards. It was really
Oh.
we were all in cosplay. Horrible.
Pure babs.
And we have some questions that came in through that. First one was, do you guys like Christmas? I know it's a weird question since it's March.
Well,
Yeah,
it feels like Christmas because of the snow, so maybe that's why it's come up.
You really love it. My family is for like I've been groomed. For like a group of people who are not particularly religious are super into Christmas. Super into Christmas.
I like Christmas for the food.
Christmas in a really big way, which Alison is still trying. My family does not do Christmas in a really big way. Mine is like, if I'm home with my family, which we quite often do, it's like, it's my parents and me and or my brother, depending on who can make it, because like, we're both growing up, we don't live. And then we'll like, sit around not doing very much. We'll do presents in the morning on Christmas Day. We'll do like a nice dinner, but it's nothing fancy. Mom's house looks like Santa Grove. Like, there is not a piece of or semi-horizontal surface that doesn't have value on it. And thanks. And in fairness, that was a particularly intense. Now, I would like to say that we usually only have. So that was 13 to 13. It was intense. But we got through it, and it was a good time. It was intense.
My family's kind of similar to Luke's in that I've got quite a big family on my mum's side, and we all live fairly local. So like we'll all try and meet up for like at least one day where we have like a big family gathering. And last year we kind of ended up moving it to my mum's house because it's a good place to kind of host. And there was over 20 people. And then someone came along who was like literally my cousin's new boyfriend who had never met any of these people before and was just like, what the heck? I felt so sorry for him. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, buddy.
Oh. I'm funny with Christmas. I'm not like... I do get excited about it, but I also find it like quite stressful as like a day. But I think I love it mostly just because of the food. The amount of food and the quality of food you get to eat. Like, I'm obsessed with food. And like for me, like the food makes Christmas. Like, oh yeah, I love it so much. I love like roast potatoes and stuffing and like all that stuff that you get at Christmas. So
see, I'm quite often one of the people that's cooking the food. So I tend to just be like, I like it, but I'm also just like, oh my god, how much more food do I have to cook?
Yeah.
You usually end up working on Christmas.
Yeah, I am normally working on Christmas, so... And to be fair, I kind of enjoy working on Christmas instead, as long as I come home and I have plenty food to munch through after working for 9 hours, I'm all happy. But I think probably the reason that I hate Christmas as much as I do is because my birthday is 2 days after it. And that's just a horrible time. Because you can't do anything. Because everything's super expensive. So yeah.
And probably people brush it off a bit more, like, it was just Christmas, how dare you be born? We can't do two things at the same time. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh gosh.
Both me and Debbie know those feels.
I was going to say Debbie's on the 30th, so yeah, Debbie feels the same way. We should do the same thing we did for Debbie a few years ago on her 30th, which was we went down to the Harry Potter studios. Like basically, I think 28th to like the 31st, I think. And we went down to the Potter Studios and went around London and stuff. We should do a similar thing again and do it for both your birthdays.
Yes.
Birthday trick.
I've never
Yes,
been
I'm all
to
down
the-
for this. I love this idea.
I've never been to the Harry Potter world.
So,
Never been. I really want to go.
there's a cosplay story for you.
Oh,
While I was dressed in this exact cosplay.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I took Bellatrix to the Harry Potter tour because they love cosplay down there at the Harry Potter tour. We've
do.
taken the Marauders a couple of times, and we've taken like a few of the different characters, and they absolutely love it. Like the tour guides and stuff, absolutely love it, and obviously the kids love it. I wanted to take Bellatrix, and they ended up terrifying like a 5-year-old. And the thing is, as soon as I realised she was terrified, obviously I dropped character and I was just like, no, it's okay, you know. And then she was like, still looking up at me like,
I think Bellatrix's being nice to me would scare me far more than her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's all right. It's like, oh god, she's definitely playing at something here.
she's gonna get you.
I went down for my birthday last year, actually. But I am more than up for going again. So I had gone down, and the day that we chose to go down and actually visit the studios was the day after they had just opened the Forbidden Forest. So we were some of the first people to go into it.
Whoa.
And it's amazing. It's so... I don't want to spoil anything, but it is... Oh...
I just want to see Buckbeak, and I'll cry.
But yes, all of the... one tour guide in particular recognised what character I was, and he was like... because, of course, he saw like the locket, because I was as Regulus Black.
Yeah.
So, of course, most people don't really know he exists, but he's actually a very crucial plot point.
Yes. Very crucial.
Extremely crucial. So, of course, this one tour guy was just like, and freaking out. And I was oh yes, and then we spoke for ages just about how much we love Regulus. So, I made a friend. I was very happy.
Oh, that's precious.
The next question is, can I ask, do you have any tips for starting a Grell cosplay?
I have many.
I've only ever started a Grell cosplay. I've still yet to finish it. So I'm probably not the best person to ask. I've been making Grell for several years now.
Finish your coat.
It's literally sitting a pile, but I'm pretty sure that red thing... Oh no, that's actually your lapel. So I think it's actually... See that red thing in the back?
Oops.
Red thing in the back is my Grell coat that I've never finished.
Oh my gosh.
It just needs the trim sewn on it. It just needs the trim in the bottom of the hem sorting. But why howdy have I never done that?
Well, what I did was I bought a red trench coat. I found a red trench coat in a charity shop. Like,
Nice.
I have to say, charity shops are probably the best thing. I know that in America, you don't call them charity shops. Don't even know if you have them. But like kind of thrift stores.
Yeah.
I think that's what people call them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Basically, like, you know, things people want to chuck out. Basically, I find most of like the base for my cosplay at charity shops. So I got this red trench coat, and I basically cut the thing up the back. So I like usually there's like sewing that kind of gives it all these sections, and I just kind of took the sewing from the back, so it had like two flared kind of. How do you describe that? Like the trench coat with the two panels. And then all I did was line it in the black ribbon, and tie a huge, big black bow at the back, and that was the jacket. Other than that, it's just like shirt. The wig is like complicated because it's so much styling. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Other than that, it's just the kind of suit trousers. The heels are a bit funny. My heels are actually extremely makeshift. They're old black heels with like spray painted red sections in them because they're like red and black. They're weird shoes. But I think you can buy like Grell shoes fit for purpose.
I think
But
same
yeah, I
with
think
the wig, probably. I mean, it would probably need a bit of zhuzhing, but...
Yes.
Definitely buy a Grell wig.
Yes, oh yeah, definitely. The teeth are the most complicated thing, and I made them myself out of glue and fake nails. So
I've done that.
yeah,
Nails.
it was a fun time, but I found a tutorial on YouTube, and I think I link that in one of my videos when I talk about my Grail cosplay. The actual one I used, it's like you use like a dental alginate to actually take a proper cast of your actual teeth. So you put it in your mouth, so you can actually get the shape of your mouth so it fits perfectly. So that's what I did anyway. So yeah, I'd recommend looking up tutorials though before delving into making the
Also
teeth.
get that no, the paint. Oh, right, yeah. You also get like dental enamel paint in black, when you can just paint it on. And I've seen our friends use it for their Junkrat cosplay, and it looks really good.
Yes.
Find the sort of negative space with it, so, and it means you're not having to talk around like prosthetic
Big teeth. That is the problem, yeah.
I use them for my Evan cosplay from Welcome to Night Vale. But as Evan is a radio host, he spends most of the time on, and we do him for like panels. So I can't have them in for a panel. So I'd be like taking them in and out for photos. And like, disclaimer, if you have something in your mouth and you take it in and out a lot, it gets real gross real quick.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
pretty
not.
to take it out and you're like, don't look at me, I'm hideous, okay? Let's put this saliva covered thing in my top pocket.
I remember, like, every time I've been at a con with Grell, a photographer would come up. It's like, can I take your picture? And I'd be like, yes, just wait, I need to put my teeth in. And I sounded like an old man. I was literally like, give me a second. And I would turn around and be like, and then I'd be like, I'm ready with my huge teeth. But then when you had to take them out, it was just like saliva. It was horrible.
See, I tried, and then I realised that I really couldn't talk around them at all, because I tried for alphas, and I was like, they weren't really fitting properly, and I was just like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Not worth it.
Luna is asking, are you going to any MCM cons this year? We're doing Birmingham and Manchester for show, possibly Scotland. Yes, they're the only ones that we've got like booked in at the moment. MCM Manchester is in a fortnight. Oh boy,
No, MCM Birmingham is in a fortnight.
I'm saying Birmingham's in a fortnight.
That was even scarier, because I have decidedly not even started in Manchester. But yeah, so if you are around tomorrow, we will be doing a panic raft stream, where I'll be sewing on 21 meters of leather fabric.
We were supposed to have a buddy to help you sew, but that buddy is currently stuck down in England. So
Yeah.
you're on your own.
I am. That's kind of where that's at. Unless, Victor, you want to pop in what MCM you're going to be at.
Well, I only plan to go to MCM Scotland, which I do every single year. I wish I could go to Birmingham and Manchester, but I don't have any money to do that. So that's the only reason why I'm not doing that. But I want to definitely go to those cons maybe next year. I mean, I keep saying that every year. I'm like, maybe next year, but I never have enough money. So, but I am obviously really excited for Insomnia going down with you guys. Because, like, honestly, like, it's the first time I've ever been to an English con and actually ever really spent any time in England, if you can imagine. I've not traveled a lot. I've literally just like been stuck in Narnia, like literally my whole life. So yeah, it's gonna be great. But yeah, no more MCMs other than MCM Scotland for me this year.
That one, Daydream is saying, which character from any movie, show, book do you hate the most? Solus. I was going to say Solus. He's not
I
even
love
from the movie,
Solus,
sure,
no.
but I feel like video games there.
Egg boy.
Egg
boy.
Racist egg grandpa. But I won't, because we don't. And Dumbledore. I really don't like Dumbledore.
What?
Umbridge has to be.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, yes.
That's a given.
Yeah, I have to agree. Definitely.
See, I love Bellatrix too much to hate her, so I'm like, no.
But see, the thing is Bellatrix has an agenda.
Yeah.
Umbridge is just a.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Bellatrix has got like a plot and a plan and a reason for doing what she does,
Yeah,
whereas Umbridge is just evil.
Umbridge is just. Oh, yeah. God, I hate Umbridge. It just reminded me of my hatred.
We're still judging you, Kieran.
Kieran just said, I still can't go over how much you judged me for saying a romance story. I'm so great people.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm not helping you out in that one.
I love Solus, by the way.
No.
Just putting that out there. I love Solus. I'm a Solus lover, so.
He mansplains everything.
Look, am I correct in saying that right behind your head is a particular Solus-themed
Not in this room, but yes, in my room, I have my Solus like plaque area. No, I have two beautiful artists' pictures of Solus. Oh wait, oh you mean?
I know that both of
wait,
you.
I can see Solus in yours.
I know that you, Victor. I know that you've got nice Solus.
Yes.
Luke and Alison have got bad Solus.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is
No spoilers for
awful.
Inquisition, but pretty much.
Oh my
God
goodness!
damn it, Dragon Age.
I only just noticed that.
It's in
But
the back
the
of
reason why I was
every
saying is
shop.
because I know that the two of you have got those very contradicting things both in your rooms. So
We have very contradicting opinions on Solus.
I made my Inquisitor far too pretty that he broke the game, so I can't play the game.
Oh no!
That's what happened. You made your Inquisitor too pretty.
I made him too pretty.
I know that problem.
Glitch.
Too pretty for life, eh?
Too pretty. Coincidentally, that is the exact same Inquisitor that I actually cosplay, the one with all the pretty tattoos. Apparently, that custom-made colour and the ears and his face shape is just too much for my Xbox to handle. So,
Oh dear.
yeah,
Just spontaneously
it's
combust.
I need to get a new one and not make them as fabulous. I realised I wasn't playing The Sims and I couldn't. It couldn't handle that.
No. Aw. It's a shame.
I do have a photo of him though, so
When I first tried
Don't
to
remember
like,
if I-
That's enough.
Inquisition,
that's enough.
I loaded it up on my old laptop before I got the new one, and I got the demo rather than like go back and check if it would run. Spoiler alert, it didn't. I got it up to like the character creation screen, and character creation screen loads up, and it's supposed to have like the sort of like face models to see what's happening. That bit didn't load in. It just had like the green fade smoke in the background. Yeah, that was
Oh
it.
my god.
That's all she wrote.
Go.
Oh, Mel's off.
So a little while later, I got my new laptop because the old one cucked it, and now happy ending.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it was a bad one. Okay, well, you know, saying, here's a question. If money and time was no object, who would you cosplay? Abe Sapien. Abe Sapien, always. I would never take it off.
Oh my gosh.
That would be... Because I know I could never, like, make it myself. My skills are not there. But I would commission someone to make that, and I would be like, I am Beth. I'm Beth.
The best boy.
Beth. I love
Oh, you're good, yo.
but you.
I don't know. I have a lot of cosplays, but like I have what I want to do. There's like I'm still convinced myself to do them. Anyway. You know what I'm saying?
You guys have cut out a bit. Sorry, Alison, we didn't hear you.
It's okay. I think there he is.
No, there we are. Mel was also.
Yeah.
Um,
It was completely silent.
okay.
I would say that mine's would be Varys from League of Legends, actually. And I don't even play League of Legends, but I just love Varys as a character, so that's probably who I would do.
or Gareth.
I think-
Can I have two?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes. Then I'll have Abe Sapien and Gareth from Mass Effect. Calibrated.
Oh my god. I need to see that.
Just
for
together.
me, oh gosh. This is like such a vague one, but it's one I've wanted to do and like ever since I saw the movie. But you know, in the new Beauty and the Beast, with the human beast before he got transformed into I want to do that kind of the Georgian beautiful like ball outfit he's got with the makeup, like that. I want to do that so badly, but like it would cost so much to get that kind of fabric and like. But to be honest with you, any kind of like Georgian dandy look, like I want to be able to do that.
It's a little
so
bit
much.
For you.
Yeah, it's
Very
like it's literally like I would wear that every day if I could get away with that. I'd go to the shops in that. So yeah, that's probably mine, which is very vague.
See, mine would be, and I've kind of said it for quite a long time, in that it took me a long time to build any kind of armor, because like I'm more kind of fabric, which is kind of where I feel my skills lie. So for me, like anything armored, but like really pretty armor, like World of Warcraft style, like really, really pretty, like really nice armor would be great. But then I kind of need like the body confidence to go with it, which I don't always have. So, so I'd like to build it, but then I couldn't wear it. So it'd be a bit like, oh, okay.
Oh no!
Just do crunchies from now until you have the money.
So that's kind of probably my dream one, but that or just building some more like armor stuff for me would be like my dream one.
Yes, maybe Iron Bull. Like, because I thought about doing him for a while, and like I got like bits of
Oh my god!
casual versions, but yeah, it never really came down.
But like a full on like stilts prosthetics, like actually a mountain Iron Bull.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Yes, I would die. I'd love that.
I'll play a muscle.
Yeah, that boy a muscle. Oh, black. Well, I think now might be a good time to start doing our second panel of SnowCon 2018.
Woo!
Consecutive panels.
Consecutive panels. Well, we are the only thing at the convention. So,
Wow, that's true. No other panels.
so we are then going to talk about characterization in cosplay. And while we start this, if you guys again have any more questions, we'll add them into the list, and we will, if they are not pertinent to the panel, we will answer them afterwards. If they are to do with the panel, we'll answer them as we go. Yeah. Lost a good there. That was a bit scary. Fear one. Don't swallow it. There was this one time I was on a panel and I swallowed my tooth. It was hilarious. So yeah, cosplay and characterization. For any of you that was as Bandursnatch Studios, you'll know that what who is in character stuff. For anyone that was Victor at all, he basically also does a lot of character stuff. He does stuff live, he does stuff. Yeah, super busy. Our sort of skill set guys there. Yeah. So pretty much I would covering it. Why you might want to do characterization for your cosplay. Basically, it's the play part of cosplay. And then we're going to tell you how you can go about doing that. And how we go about doing that, and things you can try out, and helpful tips and tricks, life hacks.
Because it can be used for so many different things. Even just as simple as someone asks you for a photo at a con, you don't know what to do. If you kind of have a bit more kind of character and a bit more play with it, you can kind of go, oh, actually, I could get my wand and I could do a pose and be all evil. And even if you just use it for like pictures, or if you use it for videos like Victor does, or you can use it for masquerade entries, there's loads of different things you can use it for.
As someone who's done quite a lot of masquerades at this point, I have to say that a lot of judges will have a face for stage presence. Basically, your stage presence is your characterization. So they're looking for, if you come on, do the judges, the audience believe that you are X thing for the duration that you're on stage?
Or are you just more off the mat?
Yeah. Are you wearing the costume, or is the costume wearing you? And that quite often is a third of your skill. Any of you cosplayers, it's really worth get that and make sure that you're not losing out on those 6 weak points. Those are important to have. Or you can use them like we do for live panels. I would say that's probably the most you can go on a stage of photos to masquerade to video to character.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like in video as well, because you can take breaks and there's you're just the character in front of the camera, and then you cut, and then you can be you again. There's a bit more of a break. Whereas, when there's a live audience, you just got to stay.
When there's a live audience and then you break character and you have to go out the room. Hello.
But no one notices. Because you hide it well and you keep it up until you're out that door.
Or if you get completely winded and just continue on like nothing happened.
Make it part of your panel.
Part of the panel!
A big part of characterization is body language.
This is going to tie into the unit question, which is advice for playing a character who is not your gender.
A lot of it is in body language. This is the part of the panel which is much easier to explain in, because it's hard to give you examples when you can't see a person's full form. And we just don't have room in the craft room just now to give you that.
I kind of might do. Hang on. She says, trying to stand up.
Like, you're not going to get it. So you're going to get
hang on. There you go.
Yay!
Making sure that your body language is reflective of the character that you're doing. And that can change. So the obvious, and this is going to be a fun one because you have to use lots of stereotypes. So please be aware that we're not saying that men act this way and women act this way, but
as a generalization, when you're doing something that isn't what you would normally do, you need to ham it up. Otherwise, it's not going to come across.
So if you're doing very masculine male characters,
this will be fun, of course.
Like I'm doing just now, and I'm just being myself, all kind of flaily and whatnot. But if it's actually pure, you square your shoulders, stand up straight, cut your jaw out. A good trick and tip for if you're getting your photo taken. Man, big barrel is, and I can't do it. Give yourself a number.
Because basically, if you still line up and it gives
I think it's cutting out. I can't hear what
We
you're
missed
saying.
that actually. Yeah. cutting out.
You cut out for that bit. What was that?
So basically, line up your top and your bottom teeth because it gives you a stronger jawline. So Alison will show. See? And it's really good for photos. Especially if you've got any profile shots. It really cuts you in right there. A lot of stuff you can do with makeup, and you can your best to kind of go, or especially if you're doing cosplay, just looking at a lot of tutorials, trying out a lot of stuff to see if it works for you for that bit. But body language wise, it's for male characters, and this seems the opposite of what you're wanting to do. If you're in your head you're cosplaying, you're wanting to push your chest forward and your shoulders back, and I sometimes lift my shoulders a little.
Which is really fun to corset. But yeah, I get the idea.
So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to take up more space than you would necessarily want to.
What I tend to do if I'm doing like Big Barra Boy is, even though I don't really have biceps, I've got like scrawny wee girl arms.
Alison does have scrawny wee girl arms.
I'll like put my elbows out as if I've got like bigger biceps than I do.
See, I tend to cross my arms a lot, like that, kind of not properly crossed, like if I was like that, but I kind of cross them kind of like that. It makes me seem wider.
Yeah. Also, cross your arms higher on your body.
Yeah, like I'm doing mine literally up here, whereas normally I do
like kind of under boob cross, but if you kind of on top of boob cross, is the best way
you can see. You can literally see what I'm doing there.
So that's an example. For basically everything that you're doing for male characters, you'll want to do the opposite of female characters. So instead what you're doing is you're kind of sloping your shoulder more.
Like, bring your elbows further in front of you, like, cross your arms.
Like, a lot of posing
I tend to go sideways.
Left angle, trying to soften everything. Now, don't follow what Mel's doing. Mel can't women.
I can't women.
Mel's hips are...
I can put my hips, see?
The person in our group needs the most help with how to walk like a woman or stand like a woman. So you'll have. I'm trying to think of the most kind of like quickest way to go through this. So for really big guys, you want to make sure you take up lots of room. So you're standing up. You're kind of standing stiffer, but also looser. So you're not compact. If that makes sense. You're trying to take up a bit more room, so it's hard when you're in
I'll move back.
But yeah, get my life out of the way. So you're kind of pushing the shoulders back but out, and you're trying to like take up more room. Whereas if you're doing a character like this, I've got too much. You're taking up more room. Whereas if I'm then doing a character like Space, who is a masculine character, but at the same time isn't an extroverting masculine character, so he's not going to be like, I'm here, and I'm still making bigger, but I'm also kind of like, I kind of bow my spine a little bit, and so then you've still got the size, but you're like, it's more like...
So it's all about knowing your character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can kind of have your sort of very sort of basic and vague, man Ray is big, and they is small. But then having a sort of
this particular character would do this.
Yes.
And that's the bits that make your photos and your videos and your masquerade performances really good.
I think the opposite of Snape is probably how I do Lucius.
Yeah.
Because I do Lucius as very extroverted, also very feminine. So it's less of the whole, like, it's very sort of like hand wavy, but it's like leaning back like he owns the place. He'll take up loads of, also have his legs crossed with his hands on his knees.
Yeah.
See, whereas I kind of rely more on, because I know like my actual body language is not great, so I tend to sort of pose more and kind of do more angles with like my body, because I'm not great at actually making the angles myself. I have to like invent the angles.
I think as well, if there's like really recognizable poses that a certain character does, then do those. Like for Dorian, it's always that one where you got your arm like that, crossed like that, sitting like that, because he's always in the library talking to you like that. And that's what people remember about Dorian, is him sitting kind of like with his hand like there. And so that's what I always do.
Yeah.
Do tell me. It's that kind of like, you know, because obviously he's a very flamboyant character. You know, even though he is a masculine character, he's like, you know, flamboyant.
You're gonna get
well.
a range on off one more hand wavy gestures. Like doing Buried, I can gesture all I want, but if I'm doing Snake, everything's more compact, everything's more enclosed. Like
he's not going to move around unnecessarily.
Everything's like very.
He doesn't want people to notice he's there.
Yeah.
So he wants to still own the space that he's in. He's got his own little bubble, but he doesn't want to show that he's. Yeah.
See, whereas like I have characters like Alphys, for example, that I really struggled with because I basically showed my own stage fright on the stage, which is really difficult for me because I normally play really overconfident characters on purpose so that I can just hide the fact that I'm really scared. It's great. But then I also have characters like Bellatrix, and again, a prop like a wand is really useful for a Harry Potter cosplay because it's all about flourishes and it's all about posing with the wand, and you can just be like, haha, gonna get you.
If you ever get stuck, you can always use a prop. There's nothing wrong with chewing the scenery. I don't care what anyone says. Nothing wrong with a good prop. Because it can help you get into character. If you've got something to pose with. I always find it harder to make photos when I don't have a prop.
Then you're just like, what do I do with my hand? I'm like, oh, why are these attached to me? These weird little sausages.
Yeah, it can be as simple as a book as well. Like literally, like Debbie uses it a lot for a lot of her characters, and that she'll just sit there like with a book and just be like, "This is my prop now," kind of thing. So I can hide my face between them.
I tend to play the more childlike characters, so everything's a bit more. It's more facial expressions.
That facial expression.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. Everything's just more, almost like childlike wonder with everything that's kind of going on.
They're just hyped to be there.
Just really, really hyped to be there. Angus is a really perfect example of that. That he is just super hype. But of course he has quite a lot of different props as well. So you can still use the props. He's got his glasses. I find that if you do have something that's in your hands, it's a lot easier to get, like as they were saying, it's a lot easier to get into a character if you have a prop, even if it's just a pair of glasses, even if it's a bow tie, just something that you can hold on to so that your hands look like they've got a purpose to be there. Rather than just
to interact with.
At your sides, just. So yeah.
I think as well another thing in regards to like masquerades, for example, is body language could be conveyed so much between like walking, for example, even if you're just doing say poses on a stage for a masquerade entry, like your actual your body language should be there from the moment you step on that stage. So even walking in character is a thing.
If you're wearing what's supposed to be heavy armor, no, it's made of foam, but walk like you're wearing heavy armor. Don't just
same with like foam props. If it's meant to be heavy, like
it
bounce it, so it's like it's got a bit of heft to it.
Don't be like, yay, I've got a axe the size of my body.
This is normally the moment where we actually get up and demonstrate this, but we can't.
Unfortunately.
Because I will normally stalk across the stage and be really, really creepy, and it's great. But yeah, like
it's
actually,
funny though when you. Oh, sorry. You know, when you cosplay so many different kinds of characters, because for me, like not one character is the same. Like, and I'm sure many people have that. Some people have like types of cosplays that they do, and they're like, you know, I do this kind of type of person, and it like all the kind of personalities are sort of the same. Whereas for me, it's like all the characters I cosplay are just all so different in different ways. Like Sebastian, you know, like obviously I'm not in character in this Skype call right now, but you know, he barely moves his mouth when he speaks. He's very, like, you know, because he always looks
proper.
Yes, very proper. And I suppose like that's the whole Butler idea, is that he's kind of not really meant to be there. He's just a kind of presence, and that's that's how I try to portray him. Is like his movements are limited. You know, like he's very sort of ghostly almost in the way he moves, in a sense. You know, like his movements are all quite regimented. You know, if he's thinking it'll be like that, but then he'll put his hand down and he'll move a bit robotic, I suppose.
Me and
you know, but yeah, but like it sort of convinces people more that you are, like, especially anime and manga characters, because they are drawn. It's very hard to portray that. And I think, you know, Sebastian in the manga is always like drawn perfectly in his like poses, so it's hard portraying that in person, but it can be done. You just have to kind of really get into that character and, you know, think about your movements and your facial expressions. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
With a lot of stuff with cosplay, practice makes perfect. Go into your bedroom, find a mirror, and just keep like take 1,200 selfies, find what angle is best for you, and what hand gesture is best for you, and just keep practicing them and your movement and seeing, you know, oh, actually, no, that doesn't work when I stand like that, or that looks weird, best not do that in a photo. And like, try it out. Especially if you want to get good photos out of your cosplays, put a little bit of like pre-effort in to, okay, if people take my picture on the con floor, this is going to be my pose. This is what I know is going to work and look good. Have one or two or three of those, and then you have a little bit of stuff to work with. And right outside our windows. Goodbye, stranger. But yeah, a little bit of effort ahead of time can save your butt in the long run.
Then it's not like, oh, can I have your picture? And you're like,
Yeah. We've all been there.
Yeah,
we have all been there.
but there's something so wonderful.
Through trial and error. Yeah.
There's something so amazing about seeing like characters that you recognize completely out of character. So like the thing that I love to do, you know, with Sebastian is make Sebastian act like Grell, where it's suddenly just like lying on the stairs like that, like, or holding onto lampposts. You know, like that sudden kind of like switch in character can be the most hilarious thing. Yeah, at conventions and stuff like that, just suddenly like becoming this other character, because it's like, oh my god, if Sebastian really did that, that would be, you know, the best. So yeah, it's a good time messing with that.
I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about stuff for videos. I know you brushed on like how I've taken the
Oh, sorry, I kind of missed a little bit what you said, Luke. What? Oh, you're silent now.
Sorry, I stopped talking.
Oh, right, that's why.
That's what happens. I don't know if you want to talk briefly about what you do for getting into character for videos. I know you talked briefly about like the stuff that kind of goes along with body language.
Yeah. I think for videos, it's definitely easier than doing like, you know, stuff on stage and, you know, in character panels and things like that, which I actually haven't really done yet. Maybe one day, but yeah. For me, like, it's very much a kind of switch to me being the camera operator, because obviously I do literally everything myself. Like, I'm the crew. I'm my own crew. So it's very different when someone is, you know, got the camera. You can stay in character for longer, think about how that's going. But you do have to break character when you're doing all the technical stuff, or else it just gets strange. But yeah, it's very much a kind of, you just get into a kind of rhythm, depending, for me anyway, as soon as I get the wig on, that's usually, like, the way I get into character. It's strange, it's like, I need the cosplay to feel that character. Like, CL is probably, I feel like I'm most transformed as CL when I get into that cosplay and I see myself. I'm like, God, that is just CL, that's not me at all. Like, I just kind of go straight into that character, and I'm just like, I see myself like just being really grumpy all the time. Like even people that are talking to me, I'm just like, what do you want? Just get me some tea. I don't care. Like, you know, just go straight into like CL. So for me, like, yeah, it just switches like that. But I'm not sure if I can give genuine advice other than just keep practicing. Like you say before. But yeah, it's very much like knowing your character, and I think I know CL and Sebastian the best out of nearly all of the characters I cosplay. But yeah, as long as you have a kind of general idea of where you're going, because I generally need a script or an idea of what I'm doing on camera, because improv is a new thing for me. I'm only just starting to get into that. But yeah, I've been a kind of script actor, and I did do acting before I even started cosplay, so I more came in from the acting side than the cosplay side. So for me, it was more natural to just kind of know what it's like to get into character than it was to actually put the outfit on. But I would recommend just, you know, going to, like, even if you want to go to like a drama class, or, you know, just get more experience acting. That honestly will help you so much, and it's great fun. And I know a lot of people that have said that it actually gives them more confidence day to day learning how to act, because it can, like, you know, make you step up and have more confidence in just, you know, social situations and stuff like
I learned
that.
how to act through these guys. Improv, woo! Because I've never grown up with like a drama background or anything like that. And I've kind of just always been like, well, I enjoy getting into character. I've done a lot of like roleplay types, sort of writing roleplay type stuff. And like kind of character stuff from that, and that's kind of how I got into cosplay. But like for me, it was very much like I overcame a lot of stage fright to be able to like get up on a stage and do a thing. But again, I'm most confident as a group rather than, I couldn't do it really solo, and I'm terrible in front of a camera on my own. Like, I'm terrible.
I don't know how that happens. Some
So
people are
many
just camera
takes.
people, some people are stage people.
Like, while we do video stuff, obviously, our main thing is live in character question and answer practice.
I threw myself in at the deep end with our very first one, because the first character that I ever did for an in-character panel was Hiram McDaniels from Welcome to Night Vale, the literal five-headed dragon. This is not.
Oh my gosh!
I need to stand basically still and kind of shuffle from place to place because I can't see very well with it. But it's also doing 5 different characters with 5 different voices, all at the same time.
Oh, that is amazing.
So it's a 4-headed puppet costume with the full head being a big bat. So
from having watched that panel from the audience, when you took the head off, I was just like, oh, yeah, there's a person inside. I totally just didn't click. Like, it was like, oh yeah, of course. I just literally was just watching the puppet so intently. I was just like, oh, what's going on? Because every puppet had a different voice. You know, it was lovely.
The difference, or I find anyway, between doing a video and doing a panel is that basically as soon as I step through the door of the panel room, I now need to be in. Because, like Mel just said, people will be motivated. So, to make sure that if you could, like, basically up in a video, like, there aren't any shots. Basically, and instead of and usually back again. He's such at the end of basically every time
It's when you suddenly go from the really, really English to the Scottish that it just throws everybody.
Because we do a lot of, well, being in character panels, we do a lot of voices, and which adds to your, like, you don't need to do voices to do in character stuff, but for us, it
having a
helps
voice
lot.
for a character really helps you make what character.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because it doesn't need to be exactly like that character's voice, but it needs to have something that is recognizable. For instance, I do Kevin. Now, I am not a giant black man, so I don't have a voice like a giant black man. And therefore, I can't do the voice that he canonically has. But for it, I have taken aspects of that character's personality and distilled them into some horrifying, like, it's Sunshine had a manic voice, and that's basically what Kevin is.
He's just all sunshine and
So
rainbow.
he's just all sunshine all the time, and everything is really big, bright, and the sun is shining, and the animals have got 5 arms and 6 heads, and everything's a miracle. And it's he sings his lines,
Yes.
and everything is brought in, like, he has a definite cadence. Everything goes da 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 da.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he's saying, but the fact that has this repetition to it, even if he's saying something,
Yeah.
or something that he's actually upset about, he still has this rise at the end. It's like chronic, which is a really big part. As a character.
Firstly, you've got peaceful and much more reserved and quieter. So everything says sounds kind of like running.
It's all somewhere down here.
Which is really weird because when I do Cecil's voice, everything is in my mouth. Because I just need to keep my mouth far wider than I normally would for my own voice.
So those are 2 examples. And you have other ones like so what's the other side? And it's keeping that voice up for an hour usually. And when people are going to come at you with literally anything, and you do get some sad like, I'm going to derail this man, and that's the point where at the end of the day, you can't guess what people are going to ask you, but you can control your response to it. And so I remember, like, there was one and I think it was another well, and someone had, like, tried to ask Kevin a question, and I play Kevin secretly a lot, and so I was just like, well, friend, we're not doing this. I'm going to take this off in a completely different angle. So I was like, I would like sharper teeth. And just, like, stared them out. And, like, I did not blink for, like, a good minute and a half. And I was like, I know what you're trying to do.
The thing is, as well, like, we play off each other so much in that if one of us is having a bit of a blonde moment and can't think of an answer to a question straight away like that, because we're human beings at the end of the day, we tend to save each other quite a lot and just make a distraction somewhere else. Be like, ah, over here.
Yeah, that's good.
Because that's the wonderful thing about doing stuff with a big group, even if someone's in the audience answering questions or fielding answers or something, there's also, usually in our case at least, another like 6 or 7 people behind you all ricocheting off each other, and you ain't going to have a clue what you're going to watch that 55 yourself. And we've got a quick question in the thing from Victor. Can you please do a Shadowhunters cosplay?
Oh, yeah.
Also, you guys look fab. Thank you. My pony feels stuck up. Like, dropping down.
I missed that slightly. What was the question?
Oh, sorry. It was, can you please do a Shadowhunters cosplay? Also, you guys look fab.
Oh gosh, you know, I haven't actually seen Shadowhunters, but I've heard of it, but I will.
I read the books years ago, but I've never like got series. Yeah, because no one looked how I imagined them to. So I had like very clear idea.
Are those the characters? What are the names again? The main.
I think Blair knows them. Don't you? Why don't you try to talk us into Shadowhunters?
So there's Magnus, there is Alec, there's Jace,
Yes.
and I've forgotten the girls' names.
Simon,
yep.
I think I remember being told I would make a good Magnus.
Werewolf. I remembered that one. His name's like Magnus.
Because it's the makeup and the fancy hair and the
Yeah.
I think I was
I feel bad for forgetting the main characters' names. Oh god.
Oh no.
But I've done 2 Shadowhunter cosplays.
I don't know why, and I think that might be something else.
I've done 2 Shadowhunter cosplays. I've done Magnus being the warlock, and I've also done Izzy. There we go. I remember Izzy as well. A lot of it's rune tattoos that you need to meticulously paint on yourself. And
Tattoo sleeve.
Oh god.
Here it cut off the feet, cut a hole in the crotch, and then put it on like a rug, and then you can paint on those.
I was right. It's Clary. Well done, Luke. But yeah.
so
Alison,
clairvoyant.
you have like all the advice that has literally saved my life. Like the attack on Titan thing, the tattoo sleeve. Yeah. Amazing.
I did Gladiolus from Final Fantasy 15 earlier last year, so I did definitely.
I need to think about this because I'm supposed to be doing North from Rise of the Guardians, and he has tattoos. Apparently, this year is my year for doing Barra and Bearded. So good.
Yeah. 2018, the year of the dad.
Pretty much. Which is really funny when I'm sat in Bellatrix, you know. It's like, well, versatility. But yeah, in terms of characterization, getting back to the topic in hand, obviously you've got your body language, you've got your voices. Voices are really useful as well. There's also just
facial expression.
Yes, facial expression. Definitely a must for photos and video.
Yes.
And so going OTT with both the makeup to kind of help that, but also the actual facial expressions themselves. So I remember, for example, we were doing a photo shoot with Bethan in the graveyard behind Lucan. Well, it's a cathedral, isn't it? Behind your old flat. And Bethan just kept saying to me, "More crazy eyes," and I was like, "Okay then." And there's some absolute depths, but there's also some really, really good ones because she just made me go over the top. And like the makeup for her anyway is over the top because there's so much wig. If I just did normal makeup, I'd just be hidden behind the wig. It'd just be like, well, there's no face anymore, but like I've got a lot of face on, a lot of contour going on there, because you need it to be able to express yourself a little bit better.
Never paint yourself subtle and never act subtly. Like, I'm laughing because in the camera that I can see, my makeup looks hell of fucking subtle today. In person, I've got drag queen eyebrows. Like, these are like, there's like an inch of like highlighting around the brow. Like, my eyeliner's coming up to here. But it shows you that the camera doesn't pick that up. And you need to kind of take yourself to the back of the stage.
Like, for in person, I've got enough makeup on. For on camera, I definitely
don't.
I'd done my makeup and then I went and looked at the camera and went, I need more contour. So that's the thing. Like taking test shots and stuff as well, or putting a little bit of video on and kind of just testing it out and seeing what it looks like. If you've got lighting, put your lighting on. That's a big one that we learned this year.
Yeah, if you got soft boxes, it's going to change whatever it is that you've got on your face.
Yeah.
You Blair's got there.
Apparently got a softbox.
The sun. You have the sun.
As it turned away, you can see the amount of difference that makes from just angles on face.
Yeah.
So yeah, lighting is everything. That's too bright, sorry. For how your face shape will look. Certainly the more, like, you want to make sure you actually have cheekbones and contour just underneath the jaw here, even though the wig, my particular wig, covers this, but in photos it gives that more definitive that's there. Because if you just put the light on you, that's gone. Purely gone. Like, that's just blank now. So
I mean, I'm all bleached out, but that's because I have a window that I can't control on the other side of my face. So that's why you can't see my face.
yeah, it's knowing your lighting and making sure that you test out your makeup and test it out in different lighting, because of course the above lights are different from what you would use with softboxes. Daylight's different from how you would be. So if you're doing a photo shoot outside, make sure you've got a window open when you're doing your makeup. Test it out. Have it like face the sunlight when you're doing your makeup so that you can see how it's going to look and how the camera is going to pick that up. Similarly, if you're doing a photo shoot inside in a darker environment, you won't need as much contour, but you need to make sure that you've got highlighter here, more highlight different places of your face if you're in a darker area, that sort of thing. It's practice mainly, and knowing where you're going to be taking photos.
I can't remember, I think it might have been Kelly, like, years and years ago in a panel who said, like, can't paint for contour and for photos. You pick one. Or do you want good photos today, or do you want to, like, look subtly good in person?
Yeah, because like in person, like my contour looks ridiculous in person because it's really heavy. So if I was going on the con floor, I probably wouldn't have done it this heavy. But because I know I'm just on camera, and like you kind of maybe want a little bit of balance of the both. Like if you're on a con floor, but you also want to take pictures. But if you're just on a con floor, it's going to be a lot less kind of extreme, because in person this doesn't look great. But on the camera it looks fine. But I tend to do more makeup. Like I said, it depends on which character it is as well, because obviously some characters you need more makeup for. So for example, if you're body painting, you have to contour and highlight, otherwise you just look like a blue blob. Yeah. Took me a long time to get that right. But, you know, it works, and once you kind of realise how your face works, because everyone's face works slightly differently as well. But again, it can really help with getting into character, because you go, right, okay, what character am I in, right, what makeup am I doing, what wig, like Victor was saying, like, put your wig on and be like, this, once the wig kind of goes on, because I'm kind of the same way, once the wig goes on, I'm like, right, I'm in character now. And all of that kind of helps towards the character.
Certainly when you put your wig on, then if you're needing any little touch-up on places, like, particularly because a few of us have got wigs that cover part of our faces, so it's like making sure that your eyebrows underneath. Like, still do them. Like, don't forget them, because you never know. Don't just
If you're
leave.
filming a video and you've got a fringe that covers half your face, only paint around the fringe.
Yeah.
As soon as you take that wig off, you're gonna look mighty weird.
Pretty sure we have a photo of that, and video footage of how half of Luke's face was just not makeup.
Yeah.
So again, if you're on like a con floor, and you take your wig off and you've only got half your face is makeup and the other half isn't, that looks a bit weird. So, but again, for videos, if it's just for like a quick shoot and you know that you're not going to be moving that particular part of the wig, then
you can get away with it.
You can get away with it. Each your own.
In the chat, we've got Mental Haggis Cosplay. Hey, David. Hey, everyone.
David.
Still slow down here, up and Denny. Missing you all. You all look awesome, always. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay safe up there. Glad you can make it out. I'm trying to think of other things we can cover with this characterisation. We talked about wanting to use it for masquerades, why you want to use it for photos, doing it for videos, most of them doing it for panels. Does anyone have a word of wisdom or words of wisdom that they would like to, their trick or tip that they think is like if you could tell anyone one little helping handy thing to do, what would it be?
The Bandur motto, commit.
Commit. If you're going to do it. Like, don't kind of half-ass it.
Oh no.
Of Oikawatora, if you're gonna hit it till it breaks.
Yeah. Thanks for putting your butt right through the
We kind of had it like just before one of our first panels where Luke and I kind of were doing Marauders for the first time, and we'd never done, obviously, well, we'd done one panel before or two panels before together, but never Marauders, and we knew that Snape and oh no, okay, Victor is gone unfortunately, so let's mess the cameras up slightly. Okie dokie.
I'll continue telling the story at the moment.
Oh, wow. I see what you mean.
So basically what happened was on the way out to the panel, Mel and I just kind of had a moment before we were like, okay, so this is what we're doing. We're doing these two characters. They do not get on, but for this, we're just like, no hard feelings. No holds barred, no hard feelings. And it was basically like, go for it, and anything that kind of happens in the panel is something that happens in the panel. I feel it's
I'm not bullying you. My character is bullying your character.
And I think that's kind of important, because I know I've seen a lot of people trying to do in-character panels where they've like never met each other before, and they're like met on forums. Now they're like, we're going to do this 50 people strong in-character panel where no one actually knows each other. We don't know what everyone's like safe is. Like, we don't know where their comfort zone is, and what's going to be too much for them, what's going to like actually hurt them as opposed to hurting their character, or what things they're super comfortable with, what things they're not. So I feel like you really need to know the people that you're working alongside. And that being said, we have done panels where we've had friends in that have brought in on like another friend's recommendation, and it's gone really well. And I'm not saying that anything we do is automatically going to like die, but you just need to kind of be aware of it, that it might not always go as smoothly as something where an entire team of people who are used to working with each other are all kind of working on a thing together. So yeah. Like,
Sorry, I had to do a random move around.
important to cover. Yeah, little update for you guys. Victor has lost internet in his house, pretty much, for a little while.
We'll see if we can get him back, but I'm not sure how that'll be how properly.
Yeah, so we'll see if catch himself back in. Do you want to keep talking now?
Yeah, like for our first Marauders panel that we did, that was kind of the first one that we did with the first group of minds. And we had only very briefly met Sarah before, including me. First time I ever spoke to Sarah was like 5 minutes before the panel that we were going into where our characters were dating. Which, you know, is a blessing that it worked out well. But like in that sort of 5 minutes before the panel, we were talking, being like, okay, so how do we want to play this? Like, how's this going to work? And I explained that Lucius Malfoy is camping in our own head, and Sarah was like, okay!
I can work with that. But it's like what it is that you're working with. Otherwise, everybody's interpretation of character is incredibly different, and especially for character stuff, and take one aspect of someone's personality and then like really do it like out because that's how you make it funny. Otherwise, it's
I can't click on it. Oh no, okay, that's... I'm sorry about the noises. We're trying.
we're trying to get Victor back into the stream, sorry guys. But basically, yeah, it's finding that little part of the character that you use to make them funny, and if other people don't know that's the angle you're taking, then
They're not going to know.
confusion. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh,
Hey, we've got him back in the sky.
Hello.
Get him back up.
Hey! Let me move things around
Am
again.
I back?
Yeah.
You're not back on YouTube yet.
Your voice problem.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. My internet just decided to completely die.
That's okay, we got you back, buddy. Mel's just gonna shuffle
I
around.
know, finally, thank God. What did I miss?
Just us having like a semi-serious talk about knowing where your characters are and how you're going to play stuff when you're going to do large panels.
Yeah. Respecting others' boundaries, etc.
And that if you don't know this ahead of time, it's hard to know that. So that's where a lot of panels kind of have a struggle because it's you don't quite know each other well enough to know
This is gonna be okay, but this isn't.
or this will work, but this is even what we want the panel to be. We have all known each other for quite a while now, so we know what we're comfortable with, what we're not, and we also kind of always have content on a back burner of interactions that you can have with the editor if the audience starts to be quiet. And that's it's never dead air, and we've always kind of got something happening.
It's usually me and Luke chasing each other around the room, but you know.
I think literally in every like I've ever done.
Like, even in the times that you're like, okay, I'm wearing difficult shoes, so I'm not gonna run around, then you just start doing it.
I do. I can't like I cannot be fake.
Can't help it.
My form of acting is all I do. I'm not like
Yeah, we can do that.
Possibly.
Possibly. Oh,
You might be here.
The internet's not
We
enjoying
might
this.
need call.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get everybody back on so we can say bye. A second, because my computer is freaking out at the fact that I've got to change stuff around. That's possibly the reason why it's not liking me.
Pretty sure. Yeah, we're live now. Hey guys, we are. I don't know how much of this you can see or hear, but we are struggling, and the internet is not loving us doing this right now.
Yeah. Victor's dropped out again.
I think we might have to call on 2018 back, which is a shame. We want to go a little bit longer, but it's not happening. Really struggling to keep audio and video running to any kind of quality.
But yeah, like, I think if you've got any other questions about characterization or any cosplay stories to share with us, like, feel free to drop us a message on YouTube or on Facebook, either on our channel, Bandursnatch Studios, or on Victor's channel as well. Many thanks to Victor, he's not here. But many thanks to Victor for joining us today. And hopefully we will all be at the postponed RaiCon again, you know, with some other folk as well.
With new cosplay stories.
Different.
I've tried to do a live stream.
Schedule, so we just did a live stream instead.
But yeah, thank you all so much for coming along.
Yeah.
We will be back here tomorrow afternoon
For our regular craft stream.
For a regular craft stream. And I'd love to have you, but I think we're going to have to say bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Right.